As your husband, Professor Shroyak, always likes to tell me, I've been through so many phases with my outer appearance, um, and it's partly because I've been with a lot of different Muslim groups in the time that I've been in the United States, plus my childhood in the Middle East. Let me just spend a few minutes talking about sort of the dress at the farm, at the lodge. I think Muslims in general take their appearance at religious places very consciously. They're very aware of what they're wearing. Um, and for Sufis specifically, there is a sense that, for example, the turban, the imama has a scholarly significance. So, for example, here you see the Imam Sheikh Sahib, who's a memorizer of the Quran, and when he's here, he's usually the one who's leading the prayer. And then behind him, the only other person I can see in the first row who's wearing the turban is Sheikh Tahir, in the brown and the gray shirt, brown vest and gray shirt. Um, the Sheikh Tahir is one of Sheikh Hisham's most senior uh, murids, senior disciples, and so you see they're the only two people here who are wearing turbans. Everybody else, they're covering their head with what's called a kufi, a head cover, and that's in general what you would expect to see. Um, there are a lot of murids who, when they come to visit, they're wearing the turban all the time. And there are some of them, like for example, Sheikh Tahir, if he's not at work, if he's even when he came here to the exhibit, he also dressed because he sort of sees himself as a representative of his sheikh, of Sheikh Hisham. So that's sort of the ambiance at the farm. Some people wear it out of respect and love and reverence for their way, and some people wear it acknowledging the fact that whether they like it or not, they represent their teacher, they represent with some kind of authority. Now, for me personally, I've gone through different sort of phases in the way I dress. Sometimes I like, when I was, for example, in the 7 years that I've been at the University of Michigan as a PhD student, I've gone through phases where I would wear the kufi all the time. And I've gone through phases where I didn't wear the kufi and I would just wear a hat like this. And I think, again, part of it is the different Muslims group I've spent with, but I think it's also because when I grew up in a family and in an environment that was culturally Muslim, um, deeply spiritual. Um, but my childhood in Iraq and my childhood in Jordan, and still the sort of the circle of family friends that my family has right now, it's a generation of nationalist Arabs who did not believe the men did not believe you need to have a beard to be religious. At that time period, actually, in a place like Iraq and Egypt, the only people who had long beards were either scholars who were legitimized by the government or bad people. Terrorists. You do not want to have. You do not want to look like them. And that mentality, I think, still lingers. I don't have it, obviously, because I have a beard. But I sort of appreciate this sense of I mean, I guess right now I'm sort of in a spiritual dialogue between my various aspects of my identity, of belonging to a Sufi order that is very performative in its dress. I mean, if you were to see Naqshbandis walking in the streets, you would be able to tell them right away.